to the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2008. If you've been in a coma since January, then you are in luck, because we're about to relive all the best moments from the past 12 months. You can play along at home with a piece of paper and a pen, or you can play along at home in your head. And after every answer go, yep, I knew that. Let's meet our teams. They've been chosen for their wit, knowledge, humour and, above all, their availability. So on Team 1, he's taken time off from mocking the week to mock the whole year. It's Dara O'Briain, and she's taken time off from her groundbreaking work at Laboratoire Garnier. It's Davina McCall. Our next team. He's effervescent, energetic and charming. It's James Corden. And he isn't. It's Sean Locke. Our final team, it's the most cheerful yet slightly creepy brother and sister style duo since X Factor's Same Difference. Let's hope they do better than that. It's Claudia Winkleman and Michael McIntyre.
You're doing very well.
I'm hoping you guys have come up with some funny kind of pub quiz team names. Have you come up with anything?
We've come up with a name.
What is it?
It's Normal and Hooch. I'm normal. Hooch. Normal and Hooch.
Well, you could have had Chub Lock. Davina and Dara.
I wanted to say anything with in the middle, you know, like they go together, like salt and pepper, or shake and that.
Bangers and mash.
Or Dara and Dave.
That's a little bit Minnie Mouse. It's a little bit...
I'm trying to recapture my youth. Do you not know?
It's like a saucy Forces sweetheart from the 1940s, isn't it?
There's something of that in it, yes. Claudia and Michael, have you got any names?
What about Same Difference?
We are same difference.
You could just be Same Difference.
Yeah.
When does this name get mentioned during the show?
Never again, if it hasn't gone well. Don't worry about it at all.
All right,
we'll call you Michael McIntyre and Claudia Winkleman.
That's fantastic.
Right, let me refresh your memories. 2008 got off to a rather unexpected start with January and February. Who knew? Amy Winehouse was refused permission to perform in America at the Grammys. It wasn't her drug convictions that barred her, it was the TB-riddled badgers living in her hair. Karen Matthews kidnapped her own daughter for financial gain, giving Kerry Katona a run for her money in the Iceland Mum of the Year competition. Well, you seem to have found your level, right. American television writers went on strike, causing serious cutbacks. Hence, Jack Bauer's series 24 is now 12, Lost is now Mislaid, Prison Break is now bunking off community service, and they've had to rename it America's Next Top Corrective Footwear Model. Soccer legend Paul Gascoigne was sectioned after an alcohol-fuelled outburst in Newcastle. Makes you wonder why they singled him out. Right, let's get on with the questions. OK, January and February, let's see how much you remember.
OK. Long ago, I can't
Eyes down.
remember.
It is a long time. It's 12 months.
OK.
Good. OK, President of France and captain of the Lucky Club, Nicolas Sarkozy, married Carla Bruni in January, but what upset them when they made their first visit to Britain?
Oh!
I know.
I know!
Well, you've got to write it down.
It's about the baked potato.
No,
Baked potato.
Jimmy, do I have to confirm?
It's about the baked
Do you have to
potato.
confirm?
You're not my
Down.
assistant.
It's just,
You
it
don't
always
have
works.
to confer.
If you say something,
Has the team
think
talk
it's right.
going badly already?
I think so.
Put baked potato, but don't.
OK.
They'll think it's baked potato.
That only works if we do know the answer. we can't throw out random things for them to throw them off the scent if we don't even know what the scent is ourselves,
No,
Sean.
good point, yeah.
Do you know the answer? We're gonna be so
But imagine... just put that down, baked potato.
OK.
OK, second question. Why did Newsnight presenter and University Challenge bully Jeremy Paxman get his knickers in a twist at the beginning of the year? Oh. OK. You all got something.
What do we win in this?
What do you win?
Yeah.
A massive trophy. Dara, you look pleased.
I'm really happy with Davina's handwriting. That is one of the surprises for me so far in the show. It's all joined up and squiggly and really... I think when you see that, you're going to go, nice writing from Davina. The side of Davina we've not seen yet.
I'm aiming for an extra point for writing.
For our next question, it's over to professional prank caller, and there have been many amateurs this year. Professional prank caller, the phone jacker. Have a look.
Festive greetings, Mr. Jimmy, sir. Can you tell me who unwillingly donated 500 English pounds sterling to a very nice charity this year after he published his bank account details in a red-top tabloid newspaper.
What?
No idea what that person said.
OK.
Why is he in disguise if he makes crank phone calls?
It's a very good point, well made, Michael McIntyre. Word for word, he said, what celebrity back in January made a donation to a charity?
Yeah.
Against his will.
Oh, right.
You.
Really?
Jack and potato.
All right, last question for January and February.
Yes.
I don't like February.
You don't like February?
No, because no one really knows how to say it. Do you say the R or not? It's too... Could go either way.
It is the February...
February or February? I don't know. Some people go February, and also it doesn't really know how many days it's got. It's the weirdest of months.
Did you say it like that? It gives you a double chin. You went February. You pulled
February?
It's adorable.
I have a double chin, all right?
do not.
It's got
You only-
nothing to do with the month of February.
No, when you said it normally, but then you kind of... When you said it, you went...
Every time I see you, you always have a go at me.
No,
for my
it's actually a
hair,
good way.
You say I look Chinese, and you say I'm...
Can I just point out, I never say Michael looks Chinese in a negative way. I think you look...
Last time I was
smile
on
as
your
if you're
show,
happy.
you said I looked like a gay because I was wearing a pink shirt and Chinese. I went home thinking I was Gok Hwan.
All right. All I just want you to say, that looks terrific, and click your fingers while smiling broadly.
Darling, I love it. I love it. You work it, girl. You work it. You work it, girl.
Well, let's kick on. OK, who was described as a porous rock by a judge in January this year? That's January.
A porous rock, what does that mean? It's bouncy, yeah? You can chuck it at people, it doesn't hurt.
You're near enough. No, it soaks up water. I'll put you out of your misery straight away. You get the answer straight away in this quiz.
Lovely.
You have to wait till the end. There's none of that going on. OK, so I asked you, French President Nicolas Sarkozy and his beautiful bride, Carla Bruni, were on their first trip to Britain, were upset by something. What upset them? What have you got, Dara and Davina? What have you gone for?
We've gone for nude pictures of Carla.
OK. OK, you've gone for Sean and James?
We've gone for baked potato.
Baked potato. I do a lot of pub quizzes, and it's like a sort of catch-all. You've got a chance of getting it right if you put baked potato
Baked
down.
potato,
You don't know the
9
answer.
times out of a million, it will be the right answer.
OK. Michael and Claudia, what have you got?
Nude photos at Sotheby's.
OK, well, which one is it?
Baked
Let's have a
potato,
look
you
at
idiot.
a photo to reveal the answer.
Better be a baked potato. Make sure she's holding a baked potato.
OK, so, so the photo was for sale at Christie's, and then it was
91
plastered all over the
He's
papers.
French, he wouldn't be bothered about naked pictures of his wife.
Exactly.
He had to pretend to be bothered.
Yeah, most French people have pictures, naked pictures of their wives in the hallway.
Yeah.
Most French people?
They do.
Most French people?
You do. You walk down the hallway, this is my wife. She's on the top.
Look at their advertising. Even when they're advertising like a cup of tea or something, the lady's sitting
They've
in
got a
bed
cock in their
topless
mouth or something.
yeah.
Yes.
It's not...
I don't know. I don't know what I just did. Just ignore me.
What was that an advert for?
Potentially, it wasn't caught on
I was put a
camera.
net. Wrong.
And it involved the movement.
Let's just carry on.
Yeah, because that's how they advertise tea in France. Hey, you,
They do.
get that cock out of your mouth for 5
They do.
seconds.
OK, why did Jeremy Paxman land himself in hot water? Why did he get his knickers in a twist? What have you got, Dara, Davina?
He wrote to M&S, buggy crotch.
Baggy.
Baggy crotch,
My
not buggy
writing
crotch.
looks pretty, but it's illegible.
OK, all right. What have you got, Sean and James?
We've got not happy with M&S pants.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
We've gone for the right answer, I think.
Yes. Well done, us.
M&S ones are too baggy.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's the correct answer. He did write to M&S saying that their pants were too baggy. OK, you saw the phone jacker there. Who was he talking about? Who gave money to charity unwillingly?
We've gone for Clarkson.
We've
You've
gone for Clarkson.
You've gone for the Clarkson.
Yeah.
We've gone for Clarkson.
Let's go over to phone jacket and find out.
Correct answer, Mr. Jimmy. It was Mr. Jeremy Clarkson himself. What a buffoon that man is. And may I say, slightly overly tall and gangly. Merry Christmas.
Fair enough, you can't argue with that, can you? Yeah, no, it was Jeremy Clarkson, but of course the irony being he printed his bank details in the paper because he said people can't steal your identity. And then someone stole his identity. and gave it to the show. He's an idiot. God
I
love
know
him.
his PIN number.
You know his PIN number?
Yeah.
What's his PIN
It's
number?
0 260.
That's all I got. Huge joke. That was a huge joke.
It works. It's got 4 numbers.
It's a massive joke. I love it.
That's why I'm here.
OK, all right, next one. So who was described as porous rock in January this year? OK, what have you gone for, Dara and Davina?
We went for Blake Civilfelder. I think that's his name.
We went with a similar.
No, go ahead.
What did you do?
We went Doherty.
You've gone for...
We've gone for a human.
Yeah.
And then you've also very helpfully drawn a picture of what a human might look like.
I thought that might add a point, you see. Because we wanted to write Heather McCartney, then we were confused. Would she be a rock? And then we just thought human, we can't fail.
Heather.
It is a human, but you're not getting a point for that.
Why not?
Why? Come on.
If I'd given you the clue, if I'd said Princess Diana, would you have got it?
Oh,
Paul Burrell. It was, of course, Paul Burrell was described by a judge as being a porous rock. All right, well, that's sort of the first round done. That's Jan and Feb put to bed. OK, celebrity autobiographies continue to foul up the bestseller list in 2008. For our first bonus question, let's go to our resident orator, John Hurt, to hear an extract from one such memoir. Take a look.
Chapter 23. The ceremony is one of the most glittering in the TV calendar, and one of those occasions I really enjoyed turning up for. It's extremely nerve-wracking as you sit there in the packed Albert Hall and hear Sir Trevor McDonald say, in his inimitable style, "And now to announce the nominations for the best quiz show. Please welcome..." You sit there with a camera directed at your face, something I should have been used to by now, while the final 4 are read out. Who wants to be a millionaire? A question of sport. Have I got news for you? Family fortunes. You hide the agony with a fixed smile as the envelope is torn open, and then you hear the words, "The winner is Chris Tarrant for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire." You break out into an even bigger smile and murmur congratulations, while inside you're going, "Shit! Bastards!" Everyone does it, but some hide it better than others.
Oh, God, he's lovely, isn't he?
Yeah, John Hurt there.
Can we have more? I was like,
Yeah. He's made that sound better than it is.
Can you imagine a night-night story?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that whiskey on your face.
Get that anyway.
Crashing around in your room trying to turn the light on. Pissing on the end of your bed. I'm so sorry. I'm a charming drunk. Yeah.
Not that he is a drunk, obviously.
No.
Good. OK. So John Hurt was reading from an autobiography there. Whose autobiography? OK. You need to write it down now.
Sue Pollard.
You're not far off. Well, let's have a look and see what you got.
We went for Les Dennis.
Les Dennis. OK, Sean, James?
We went for Sir Les Dennis.
Sir Les Dennis. To give him the full title.
That he deserves.
You've gone for?
Well, I got confused.
And you've gone for?
Paul O'Grady.
No, it's not. It's Paolo Grady. His name is Paolo Grady. He's Italian.
He's from Naples.
He pretends to come from Liverpool, but no.
No.
Paolo.
You go round to his house, it's lasagna.
OK, well, let's go back to John Hurt to see whose autobiography it was.
That was an extract from the memoirs of Les Dennis. Our survey said,
Oh, thanks to John Hurt. Right, let's have a quick look at the scores at the end of that. Well, Davina and Dara have 4 points. Sean and James have 3 points. Michael and Claudia have 3 points. We're going to take a quick commercial break now, so if you want to find out which former soap stars brought out a diet video this year, you're in luck. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. So as the cold, rainy winter gave way to the cold, rainy spring, we moved on to March and April. Prince William followed in Prince Andrew's footsteps by learning how to fly a helicopter and being a massive drain on the taxpayer. Prince William was in the news for parking his chopper in Kate Middleton's back garden. Young love. Harriet Harman upset locals on a walkabout in South London because she chose to wear a stab-proof vest. It sent out a clear message to violent street gangs. Aim for the head. Are you ready for some more questions?
Yeah.
Right,
yes.
OK.
Born ready.
Formula One boss Max Mosley received a spanking from the press in March this year. But what did he specifically deny?
That was a clue.
Well, I'm kind of giving you
that
that,
was
but
it.
what
Yeah,
did he
yeah, yeah.
specifically deny? OK. All right, Sean, James, you got something? Good, OK.
Yeah.
OK, it's a tradition on the Big Fat Quiz of the Year for the children of Mitchell Brook Primary School in Neasden to produce one of their unusual school plays for us. What I want you to do is have a look at this, tell me what they're reenacting.
I don't like you anymore. Good, give me all your money then. I told you she was horrible, Daddy. Hold up. Why do you need the money for? Helicopters and horses and, oh yeah, charity. You are a naughty fibber. You silly, only a bit of money for you. That's not fair. Ha ha ha! I'll show you. Just this. I'm going shopping.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought they were shit. Really bad. If I was their drama teacher, I'd be absolutely ashamed. I'd throw myself in the canal. It's one of the worst acting I've ever seen. Really bad.
Boo! Boo is right. We've actually turned this into a fucking panto.
Those kids aren't up to it, then give them a story they can handle. This obviously story's got too much grit in it and they don't know how to do it properly. Give them something about a pony and a wolf or something like that they know where they are.
Do you know what? They'll have taped this and they'll be allowed to watch it the next day. The whole class are going to watch it.
Little kids,
Yeah.
their hope shattered by that guy.
Hopefully they'll keep this in and these kids will see this and none of them will grow up and try and be an actor because you're not actors, you don't know what you're doing. It's the truth. Nobody likes the truth.
If you're watching, kids,
It hurts.
Merry Christmas, baby Jesus.
You can't handle the truth.
OK, what news story were they reenacting? Some people liked it. I liked it. I thought it was fine.
Just fucking disgrace it was.
OK, next question.
Nothing worse
In
than
March.
kids fucking trying to act. It's the worst thing ever
Stop.
Nobody ever said my acting was any good. After one school play, I got hit in the face with a broom. By a nun. And it came off, and the nun just went, that was shit! She hit me in the face. Oh, God! So sorry, you have brought up some stuff.
OK, all right, next question. In March, American office worker Thomas Beattie announced to the world that he was having a baby. But what was unusual about the pregnancy?
Say it again, sir.
In March, Thomas Beattie announced that he was having a baby. What was unusual, yeah, about the pregnancy? James, stop crying.
I can't help it. You can't sit me next to Sean and expect somebody
Sure, oh, I don't even want to know. OK. To ask the final question in this round, here's pop sensation Katy Perry.
Hi, Jimmy. I'm currently in the UK promoting my record, One of the Boys. But what event would have likely messed up all my plans if I had been here in March?
Katy Perry, there.
What? What? I was focusing on the beret.
Yes, you're very bad at looking at things and actually taking in information, aren't you?
I
Yes.
can't watch and
say?
hear.
So can I just say?
You're supposed to tell people what I whispered to you. That's why he's whispered.
I'm sorry.
What did he say, James? What did he
This is
say?
what it's like being on a team with Sean. Either crying, laughing, talking about insulting kids. That comes up. I went, what do you think? You went, she's got amazing tits.
That's the only thing I know.
Isn't she the girl who sung I Kissed
A girl.
I liked it.
I think that would be a hit if it was exactly the same music, but the lyrics were I snogged a bloke and I loved it. I sucked a cock, and I liked it.
You realise we're just going to edit that bit and use it as a trail?
Maybe you can have the video. Could be Michael sucking a cock, and then somebody going, "Hang on, Michael, why not try a cup of tea instead?"
It all works.
What was the question?
OK, so what she said was, Katy Perry, she's over-promoting her album, but she was saying if she was here in March, why would that have disrupted her plans? What happened in March that disrupted people's plans?
All the berets had sold out.
That's not it.
Volcano. That volcano.
So, Michael and Claudia, have you got something for this?
Wait, he's looking officious and he's
Come on,
holding
quick,
the pen.
write me
Something
down.
happened in March.
Good.
Yes, that disrupted people's travel plans.
Travel plans.
Oh! God.
I think that was a bit of a big giveaway.
Yeah, that was.
I'll be honest,
that was-
ruined it.
you ruined
That
it.
was
Actually, kind of
Ruined
ruined
it.
the
You
quiz
gave it
there,
away,
yeah?
and we had it.
Kind of made an arse of the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
It's always
Why
difficult
don't you,
enough
like,
doing... It's
wink
difficult.
and read out the fucking answer if you're going to do that?
Let's go. March and April answers. I'm not going to keep you in suspense. OK, so I asked you, Formula One boss, Max Mosley, was given a spanking by the press. What did he specifically deny Dara and Davina?
It was the Nazi-ness of it all. He didn't like that part of it. The Nazi team, he objected to them.
Yes.
5 prostitutes, totally fine.
That's cool. That's
Totally
grand.
fine.
Consensual, life is good. But guten Abend, mein Herr. That apparently he objected to. Yeah.
OK, Sean, James, what have you gone for?
Yeah, we've got that it was Nazi-themed.
We were going to go with the that he was using Bernie Ecclestone as a loofah. That was a wonderful use for Bernie Ecclestone. He looks like a loofah as well.
Yeah, tiny.
But we went for the... It was Nazi theme.
Sorry, a loofah is one. What is a loofah?
A loofah's the
It's a
thing.
spongy long
Scrubber.
For your back.
Yeah. He looks like one with his hair. He looks like the end of a loofah, doesn't he?
Yeah. And he's only tiny. He's
Yes.
smaller
Very
than
small
Saya.
man.
Imagine using a billionaire as a loofah.
No.
But it wasn't that. I knew it wasn't. It was just having
Claudia
a bit
and
of a laugh.
Michael, what have you
Same
got?
thing.
You've gone for the Nazi. Well, you've all got that absolutely right.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
He was accused also of stealing tyres, right, from London Zoo's monkey enclosure and selling them to Formula One teams. Dodgy tyres. And the worst thing about that isn't that he put Formula One drivers' lives at risk. Is there's a lot of monkeys sitting around bored shitless.
That's the real story. There was a cover-up.
I
Sean.
hate him.
OK, right. The kids of Mitchell Brook Primary School gave a sterling performance in a play. What was that play about? The excellent play about. OK, what have you got?
We have the Macca divorce, Heather Mills Macca divorce.
Absolutely correct. What have you gone for, Sean and James?
I didn't have a clue because I couldn't understand a word they said.
James, what did you go for?
Well, I wrote Heather Mills and Paul McCartney, and then underneath Sean has written those kids were shit.
I'm sure. OK, and you've gone for Michael and Claudia?
Mac and Mill's divorce.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you all got that absolutely right.
Yeah, we got it right.
Well done.
Correct. OK, so let's have a look and see what Katy Perry would have been disrupted by.
Yes, Jimmy, the chaos at Terminal 5. My flight would have been delayed for days and I would have lost all my Louis and probably got into a cat fight with Naomi Campbell.
Is she all right?
You can talk. Dara and Davina, what have you gone for?
Terminal
Thinking of
5.
Terminal 5.
Terminal 5. You've gone for Michael and Claudia.
Terminal 5.
And you've gone for...
Baggage handler's strike.
Yeah, that's going to make it.
Ooh.
All right.
I never Terminal 5. Well,
Yes,
okay.
all right, we got the answer wrong. I'm sorry.
Let's just try and move on and make it nice for everyone. That's just like Christmas. OK, time for our next bonus round. How much do you remember about television in 2008? Have a little look at something to jog your memory. OK. Right, in the montage there, you saw David Tennant, who, of course, plays Doctor Who very successfully on television. He's currently starring in Hamlet, but can you tell me what's unusual about the Alas, Poor Yorick's skull being used in the play?
What, out loud? Or
No, you've got to write it down, like every other question in this quiz, Davina.
Also,
kids
in
have
that
got bags.
montage,
Yeah, in the
John Sargent was on there, right?
Yeah.
From Strictly. Can I be the first to say on telly, John Sargent, I want my money back.
Yeah.
I want my money back from John Sargent that I spent voting for him to win. I voted for him some weeks, I hadn't even watched it. I wanted him to win so much. Yeah. And then he goes, oh, I'm going to go now because it would be silly if I won. No! That's not for you to choose, Sergeant. That's for me to choose.
Damn right.
I want you to win.
I agree.
Stay in the competition. Give me my money back. I've worked it out. how much it is. Because some of it goes to children in need. I'm happy with that to stay. It's about £3.40. And I want it back from Jon Sargent, and he should give it back to everybody else who voted for him to win, just because then he went to win would be a travesty. It starts tonight. It starts now. Sargent, give us our money back. There'll
Viva
be a Facebook
the revolution.
group by
Yes.
tomorrow.
OK, that's all the answers for that one? Oh, my God, Dara, you've written a short essay.
This is Davina.
OK, Davina.
Sorry, I didn't know how to sort of explain it.
Okay.
It was donated by the person whose skull it actually was when they died, and it's been waiting years and years to finally get used, and this is the first time that it's actually been used.
So it was donated by the person whose skull
Somebody
it was?
said, I'd like my skull to be used in Hamlet after I die.
OK.
And they specifically bequested
thank you.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Not like when they died, they rose up and said, take my skull. Take my skull and give it to David Tennant.
OK, Sean and James, what have you gone for?
We've got a Shakespeare fan donated it as a last wish.
OK, and Michael and Claudia?
A conductor's dying wish. I couldn't remember his name, but I think he was a conductor. It was his dying wish for his...
Well, I can tell you his name was Andrei Tchaikovsky, and you're all absolutely right. That's a great answer. There you go. There you go. They know their stuff. OK.
Yeah.
I want you to take a look at this clip from Channel 5's documentary series Strangelove and tell me what these two gentlemen have in common. OK, what do those two men have in common?
They're going to find a documentary nobody watched.
Don't touch her there.
I'm pregnant.
Claudia, you just do that every now and again, don't you? For about 10 minutes, like a cuckoo clock.
All right, so let's see, what answers did you get for that one?
They both have sexy times with cars.
OK, you've gone for Dara and Davina?
They like to shag cars.
We've gone for they're both on a documentary nobody watched.
There's a groundswell of support for you, but no, lots of people watched it. You two are absolutely right. Both men like to make the sweet love with cars. Let's have a little look.
That was a pube. That was a genuine pube.
Oh, my God.
There was another bit in it which you just see him. He's wandering around the car park with no pants or trousers on, and he wanks on his car.
No, oh, no!
It's brilliant. It was a brilliant documentary.
That's a Top Gear challenge I'd like to see.
Here to ask our final TV bonus question, we've got two stars of Strictly Come Dancing. Supermodel Jodie Kidd and super swimmer Mark Foster. Hey, Jodie. I feel like a... How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. I feel like a midget. Come and stand over here.
Yes, exactly.
Marvellous. How are you both?
We actually joke with each other because I thought if Jodie got Jon Sargent or I had Rachel Stevens, it'd have been a bit of a...
Yeah, no, I just feel like a midget.
Yeah, exactly. Lilliput.
Tiny little fella. I like Strictly Come Dancing. I like the sexy outfits. Let's have a look at one. Now, in the end, of course, when you got voted off, you sort of got your
You ripped it.
You ripped your top off.
I sort of said to Hayley, a few of the crowd were saying, get your top off, and I joked with her, should I? And she said, yes, you should. So I'm not being funny. I'm used to walking around in a pair of swimming trunks normally, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just had to get his pecs
Take
out.
your top off! Sorry.
Did you say
outburst?
I'm
Didn't you
sorry,
say
I don't know, just involuntary. Sorry.
That was a cunning ploy to get the voters on board, but they actually rather see Jon Sargent in his swimming trunks, I think.
Yeah, they were.
Fuck Sargent.
You're angry with Jon Sargent, not the BBC.
Not the BBC. Sargent, he quit. I want my money back.
Claudia, have you ever seen the show?
A little bit.
Yes, have you?
Jodie, you've got a question for our lovely panellists.
I do.
What is the question?
Have a look at this heartbreaking picture from this year's Strictly Come Dancing. What dance are John and Christina performing?
OK, so what dance is that? Is that a dance? That's like a...
I'm not sure.
That's like a minor sexual assault about to happen. Come here, love.
It's actually stopping him going to Greg's, doesn't it? We need to train, John. No.
Were you slightly annoyed at how well Jon Sargent did? Because you worked so hard, you two. Sort of learning how to dance properly and doing the proper moves.
No, I didn't, because it's entertainment.
I think the bottom line is, you can tell from the first couple of weeks, who's really, really good and who's also-rans. And for the also-rans, you had to get the public on board. And he got the public on board, so I don't know why...
It's an absolute entertainment show. It's Saturday night, when it's, you know, when it's dark and miserable outside, you want to sit down with a glass of wine and be entertained.
Some spangles, some glitter.
Exactly.
Isn't it meant to be more difficult for you two, though, because you're lanky?
Slightly taller.
Lanky is the term I would use.
He's
No offence, I'm not scared.
Joe put her flats on today.
I did,
just in
because
case
I knew you were going to be here. I didn't want to embarrass you.
They're all the same line now.
Yeah.
Right, OK, let's see. Should we see if they got answers?
Yes.
Right. What have you gone for?
We go for Paso Doble.
Paso Doble, what have you gone for?
Paso Doble.
OK, Michael, Claudia?
Paso Doble.
I could do Bruno Tonioli. You want it?
Yeah.
Let's go to the judges with their scores. I thought it was marvellous. That's it. It had everything. It had razzle and dazzle. You were like a gazelle. Paso Doble.
Well done. Round of applause, they got it right. Well, Mark and Jodie, thank you very much indeed. Mark and Jodie, everyone. Right, let's have a look at the scores at the end of that. Davina and Dara have 11 points. They're out in the lead. Sean and James have 9 points. Michael and Claudia have 9 points. It's neck and neck in second place. Well, that's the end of part 2. We need to take a break now to have our scores audited to make sure Ant and Dec haven't benefited financially. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. Cast your minds back to May and June. The Apprentice was won by Lee. That's what I'm talking about, McQueen. Who was dyslexic and was caught lying on his VC. Hillary Clinton narrowly lost the Democratic nomination for president to Obama. Still, she came this close to the biggest job in the world, and she's been an inspiration to women everywhere, showing them that there are limits. Back in your box. Fern Britton caused controversy when it transpired she'd had a gastric band fitted to one of her stomachs. Well, I say gastric band, it was actually the fan belt from a 747. But Fern does look great, and this year, for the first time ever, her family had leftovers. Right, back to the quiz. What? OK. Shambolic buffoon Boris Johnson got his dream job in May. Oh, yes. What was his first act as London Mayor? What was the first thing he did as London Mayor?
3 things it could be like. 25.
OK, for our next story, it's over to the Channel 4 newsroom and Jon Snow. Can you tell me the name and the artist of the song he's reporting on?
Police in Manchester are struggling to cope with an influx of calls after a young woman strode into a station claiming that she was suffering from amnesia, having forgotten her own name. Members of the public called police to make suggestions about her name, including Hell, Stacey, Her, Jane and Mary Jolisa. But when put forward to the young woman, they were repeatedly rejected. Police are also concerned for her mental well-being after she began shouting 4-letter words, biting on her tongue and singing, "Are you calling me darling?" Like Christmas in the Snow household. Krishnan?
Can I just ask...
He knows I'm not Christian, doesn't he? Go on.
What's the question again?
What's the question?
Yeah.
Nothing, just we were watching that for fun. No, the question was, what's the song, what's the artist?
OK.
OK.
It's Bohemian Rhapsody, isn't it, James?
OK. It's got to be singer and song title, yeah?
Scaramouche.
Yeah. So song title and the artist?
Yeah, by the Moody Blues.
In June, the small Italian village of Portofino became considerably less attractive when the paparazzi from all over the world decided to visit. Why?
Less attractive?
Yeah, because the paparazzi came to visit. OK. You got it?
Yeah.
Right. Sean?
What?
We're returning to Mitchell Brook Primary School.
Someone just poked me in the eye with a pen or something. Really hit me in the eye. Ready? Thank you.
OK, excellent. We're returning to Mitchell Brook Primary School.
And we think they're bad actors. How bad was I? You were very good,
OK, let's return to Mitchell Brook Primary School. What's the story here?
Hello, can you play my fiddle, please? Short thing. Yay! You can't ask him. He's rubbish. No one will come. Nice one, our kid. Be quiet, he's the best. Ticket, ticket. No way, man. no. Let's do it. Wonderful, wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Wonderful, wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Wonderful, wonderful, blah, blah, blah. For you, that were pants.
Come on, how good was that?
Rehearsed!
Yes, Sean. Yes.
None, not one of those children knew who their character was, what they wanted, what the story was about. It was hopeless. That's why we have rehearsals in the theatre.
OK, let's go to the answers. I asked you what was Boris Johnson's first decision after he became Mayor of London. What did you go with?
I thought it was maybe just accepting being mayor. Then I changed it.
Accepting being mayor, you thought was his first decision?
Then I freaked out and I just put bendy buses.
In between that time, we thought maybe he'd gone for a haircut.
But then I looked closely and he hadn't.
Sean and James, what did you go for?
We thought it was either the no drinking on the tube or cancelling the £25 congestion charge for 4x4s.
Congestion charge.
OK, what did you go for, Dara and Davina?
We went for banned drinking on the tube. I want to find out which they went for, the two that they, when they're just listing off everything they think he's ever done.
They went for the cancelling the 4x4 25 congestion charge.
Okay. And then it's tense because we've gone for drinking.
I'll show you the answer. There's a little VT of the answer. That was the London Underground on the last day you could drink alcohol on the tube, which is very much like Newcastle any other day. All right, Jon Snow read you a news story created from lyrics of a top 10 hit. Who was the artist? What was the song?
Ting Tings, that's not my name.
Give us a little burst of it, James.
Because I'm a liar, I'm a Melissa, too much of pain. That's not my name. That's not my name. They call me Stacy, they call me Jack, they call me Jack. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my. They call me. I'm my they call me.
Extraordinary, James Corden. Extraordinary skills. You could charm the birds from the trees.
James?
Yeah.
That deserves a point.
Yeah. Well, we got one.
There you go, one. OK, you got the Ting Tings. That's not my name. You got the Ting Tings.
That was amazing.
We got it.
Well done, everyone. OK, I asked you why Portofino was plagued by hordes of paparazzi in June.
It's Wayne and Colleen got married.
OK, Sean, James?
Rooney got married.
OK, you've gone for?
Rooney wedding.
You're all absolutely wrong.
Get in.
You've all done well.
Is that Portofino? It looks like a right shithole, doesn't it? Look at Portofino. It just looks like a total dump.
It looks like the Asda car park.
That does look like an Asda car park.
I don't know. Is that their wedding day?
They got married in a little chef in Portofino.
Portofino.
That was a dreadful.
That is a big crane.
Scouse accent. Do it again.
All right. What do you want me to say?
What you just said.
I think I'd like to challenge myself with another sentence.
This is it, fucking Portofino. Hey, shit! Look at it, there's nothing here. There's a fucking railing in a truck. That's all right,
Nice, that's OK, yeah.
Railing in a truck.
You would make an excellent scouser.
You know what? You know the Liverpool footballers? They keep getting burgled by people in Liverpool. And there's like 8 or 9 of them now been burgled, and it's while they're playing. Yeah. I just love the fact that people are watching the telly going, hang on a minute, is this live? I've got an idea. It's not mad. Hear me out. You watch. I'm going around Stevie G's house. And then they burgle him until he gets substituted, and then they run back.
OK. You watched the pupils of Mitchell Brook Primary School deliver another legendary performance. What event were they acting out? OK, Dara and Davina.
It was Jay-Z. It was Jay-Z at Glastonbury and Oasis not liking it. That was it.
OK, you've gone for?
Jay-Z plays Glasgow, Noel don't like it.
I'd like to say that we've gone for JZ.
At Glastonbury.
At Glastonbury, yeah.
Yes, JZ at Glastonbury is the correct answer, but I will accept Jay-Z at Glastonbury. They've all got the point. Well done. Our next bonus round focuses on the films of 2008. We've digitally enhanced and, in my opinion, significantly improved the following 3 film stills. Can you name each of the films? OK? Here's your first one.
What's that?
That is me in a film. I didn't actually get the part. I read for the part, and I was very close. I was this close.
That looks hilarious.
OK, the next one. I honestly think I could have got that part. I think that's... What is your problem? Why are you giggling at that?
Ow!
I'm trying to have a Hollywood career. Leave me alone. OK, next one. Well, don't be like that. No.
You're probably as thin as that now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think they've airbrushed a cock out of my mouth there.
Yeah. That actually is better than the original, sorry.
You're not a fan of Sarah Jessica Parker's trademark schnozzle?
She's a little harsh around the schnozzle. And I think you've brought the nose in, so well done. Thank you very much.
OK, let's have a look. Dara and Davina, have you got these 3 films? OK, the first one you went for? Mamma Mia. Let's have a look. Yes, it was. Mamma Mia.
Oh,
okay.
brilliant.
Well, everyone got that.
I think it's much more obvious now, because a second ago it was your face, but now there's Meryl Streep's face.
It's gone back.
Suddenly it's obvious that it's Mamma Mia the musical.
Of course. OK, next up. Dara and Davina, you've gone for High School Musical 3.
We have.
Sean and James?
High School Musical 3.
Michael and Claudia?
High School Musical 3.
Why does it say 3?
Because, well, that's the new way of doing it. 2 down, 1 on the top, and 1 just to underline, yes, 3.
That's where the kids from that school need to go. That bloody high school, learn how to sing and dance and act. Proper training. We're going to do this, let's do it properly.
OK, Michael and Claudia, I'll give you the point for that.
Thanks.
OK, last one.
Sex and the City, the movie.
But that is what it's called, and it's not just called Sex and the City, it's called Sex and the City, the movie.
Is there
and
a hyphen?
if anyone has got just Sex and the City, that is not the title, that is the name of the TV show.
Sorry, weirdly, you're standing in the wrong place. You're sitting down over there, but you should be presenting the show because
What you're saying is what everybody at home is thinking.
Yeah.
Come on,
tell you what, you took his head off there.
OK, Sex and the City. I will accept Sex and the City, the movie, as an answer, but Sex and the City is the correct answer.
No, it's not. Sex and the City, the movie is the correct answer. Sex and the City is a TV show on HBO. We're either doing this properly or we're not, Jim. If we're not doing it properly, we'll all go home. Right, but you've seen how I feel about Sergeant, and I'm showing you how I feel about this. Me and Sean came to play.
Yeah.
Which is clear with our baked potato
what happened this bit?
answer.
Highfalutin, moral high ground, and abomination. Why don't you just write that down for every answer and get a point each time?
Dara, I've got no beef with you. Don't make one. You don't want to make one, OK? I've got no beef with you. I like you.
I'm stepping up there. I'm stepping up there.
I'll deal with him.
You take Dara.
That was my idea.
All over Jimmy.
Look, it doesn't say the movie.
It doesn't say the movie. It doesn't say the movie on the poster.
Which means you should lose a point.
No,
He's got a point, James. He's got a point.
Right, this is not the film poster.
Yes, it is. Yes,
That is not the poster for the film.
that is a poster for the film.
It isn't.
It is. Get carried away.
Of course it isn't, because it hasn't got the blurb and the
Yeah, it is,
bottom.
though.
It isn't.
It is, though.
No, it isn't, though.
Yeah, but it is.
It's not.
Weirdly, though, it is.
But weirdly, it isn't.
Well, that's amazing, because it is.
Storm off. Go,
It
please.
isn't. It hasn't got anything. Come on, Sean.
Sorry, Daddy, stop fighting!
Go.
Get out! Get out, you two! What do you want to happen, you two? What do you want to happen?
Happy them to have the point, but I'm not happy for you to say that that is the film poster. It's not. Don't stand there with your arms folded.
All right.
I'll be honest, James. I'm not that bothered. Backing you up. You needed some backing up there.
I appreciate it, Sean.
James, I'm willing to be the bigger man about this and say that you're right. That isn't the film poster.
I love
and
that.
I lied. Let's move on. Now, another quick bonus question. Let's return to John Hurt, who's still sitting in the Big Fat Quiz of the Year study reading autobiographies. But whose is it this time?
He'll be pissed by now.
Chapter 20. The Jungle and Beyond. I'll never forget the bacon sandwich on my food challenge, or that glass of champagne with the strawberry, or the chocolate cake, for that matter. But I wasn't ever going to give in. To be honest, it's all a bit of a blur. But I think the tapes prove that I ate the witchetty grubs, the crocodile foot, the 3 cockroaches, and then the kangaroo penis washed down with some poor sod's testicles. Chewy, if you want to know about the penis. Chewy and moist, if you're interested in the testicles. How I love it when people nod wisely when I say this and say that's what they thought. What you thought? What were you doing thinking about things like that in the first place?
John heard there, whose autobiography? Just while the teams write down their answers, I would like to read a pre-prepared statement. I would like to apologise to Andrew Sachs's family for any offence caused by my Sex and the City poster comments. Good. Right, OK, let's see. Did you guess the right autobiography? All right, Dara and Davina, what have you gone with?
We've gone for Christopher Biggins.
OK. Sean and James, you've gone for?
We've gone Biggins.
You've gone Biggins. OK.
You've gone guest.
You've gone guest? Well, let's go to John Hurt and see.
That was an extract from the memoirs of Christopher Biggins. Jesus Christ.
That was Biggins. Of course it was Biggins.
Of course it was.
Of course it was. Talking about eating cocks and balls and whatnot.
Brilliant.
God love him. OK, let's have a look at the scores. Davina and Dara have 19 points. They're way out in the front. Sean and James have 16. Michael and Claudia, last but 15.
All right, we're actually falling behind now.
We're going to take a commercial break now because if we're going to beat this credit crunch, we all need to buy a lot more stuff that we don't need. It's for the good of the country. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. I'm Jimmy Carr, so if you've tuned in looking for the Deal or No Deal Christmas special, you should probably go up to bed now. You've fallen asleep in your chair again. Didn't say that correctly, but never mind. Now let's remind ourselves of what happened in July and August. Ronnie Wood ran off with a 19-year-old. I say ran off, he mobility scootered off. A British couple were arrested in Dubai for having sex on a beach. The woman in question was given 4 years in jail. Her family are hoping at the end of that time she'll have got most of the sand out of her vajayjay. Robert Mugabe went ahead with the Zimbabwean elections. There were a lot of floating voters, but most of them were on fire. Not me, it's Robert Mugabe. In the Church of England, 2 gay priests married. I think it was an important step towards modernisation, taken by a group of men in long dresses and silly hats, worshipping an imaginary friend. Right, on with the quiz. OK. Leader of the Conservative Party, David Cameron, was a victim of crime while shopping for salad at his local Tesco's. What happened? Did you just moo?
I was humming and we were both nodding.
Because we know the answer.
Because we know the answer and that hasn't happened so far.
OK, write that down. Come on, you got it. You're playing catch-up. Dara and Davina are in the lead. OK. In August, the Russian press released an extraordinary story that Vladimir Putin had saved a group of reporters from a tiger attack. It was an amazing story, OK? Not content with slaying a tiger, Putin also released an instructional DVD. What was the subject of the DVD?
That's fact. Yes?
Wasn't a
Baked potato preparation, I imagine you've gone for? Yes.
Cheese grating.
OK, before being captured and tried for war crimes, Radovan Karadzic evaded capture for 12 years by creating a whole new identity. What was it?
Yes, yes.
Oh, a lot of yeses, a lot of no, a lot of confidence.
Yeah. July and August, that's where we're going to come into our forte.
Yes, we could actually use this to sort of pinpoint what mental deficiency you have. Because you can remember back to July and August, which is interesting, yes.
Hello.
Hello.
September, not a chance. August, ring-a-ding-ding.
You're a lot of fun, Winkleman. OK. It's over to the Channel 4 newsroom. Once again, Jon Snow has adapted...
Love John.
Sorry.
Love John.
A controversial debate was sparked into life yesterday by a girl who admitted to indulging in lip service with members of the same sex. In a short statement, the girl was unapologetic, simply saying, "I liked it." Her boyfriend's feelings on the matter, however, remain unclear. the girl also admitted that although it felt so wrong, it also felt so right, and that she'd been spurred on by the taste of the girl's cherry chapstick. Well, we've all done things we regret in college. Christian?
Can I just officially say that's porn for me. He's the dream.
Yeah.
Really?
He's
Davina?
the dream. In a second, like that, out by the bins.
Gorgeous.
Sorry, but do the by the bins thing again, because my wank bank wasn't on.
I'm just saying, whatever he wanted, little Snow with his jaunty tie and those eyebrows.
I hear you, sister.
You know what I mean? Every time.
Davina, Claudia, would you double team Jon Snow?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching, John, good luck. Really? Claudia wants to do him by the bins.
Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic? By the bins, Winkleman and Snow, while McCall watches on.
Oh, that is a cover of Heat. I'd buy that.
And would you dress up as tramps?
Yes.
Pretend you are in love, tramps in love.
And also, it goes through the whole role play. Have you got any spare change? And he'd go, no, I don't, but look at my red socks. And I'd go, oh, let me just check. Oh, I'm not wearing anything underneath my mat. I actually need to lie down. I love him.
To the answers at the end of that bizarre conversation. OK. I asked you what happened to David Cameron outside his local Tesco's.
Got all these right.
Sadly, he didn't make love to Jon Snow.
You've been snowed. He says that at the end.
Oh, I see it's snowing.
I see it snowing.
Yes, snowing on your
White
face.
Christmas.
Sleigh bells jingle and jingling.
Oh,
Do you
Thanks,
think he
Dara.
might be watching?
I think he might be watching
I think he'll be
this.
told about it. Even if he isn't. Even if he's out the country, the minute he gets back, there'll be a text on his phone going, Winkleman and McCall want to double team you by some pins.
OK. I asked you what happened outside Tesco's to David Cameron. What have you gone for?
His bicycle was stolen.
His bicycle was stolen. OK. What have you gone for?
We got his bike was nicked.
OK.
We're a bit more street.
Yeah.
OK, Michael and Claudia, you've gone for?
Bike stolen.
Well, you're all absolutely right.
We
Yes,
are
his
right.
bike was stolen.
Yeah.
What's
outside
pathetic
Tesco.
about this is that it was stolen. Well, firstly, I'd like to say I think it's a joke, right, the way that Cameron and Boris Johnson, they went to Eton, but they think we'll forget about it because they go around on bikes all the time. So, no, we didn't go to Eton, we went around bikes. But also, what was really pathetic about this was he took it to the to Tesco's and he just tied it up to a bollard, which then they just lifted it off. They didn't have to clamp it. It's literally, that's how much he knows about life in Britain. He thinks, I can tie my bike to something, it'll be absolutely fine. He just lifted it off and just walked away with it. He did, that wasn't a crime, that was a punishment for stupidity. Those people should be applauded.
OK. So, what was the unusual subject of Vladimir Putin's DVD? What have you gone for?
Judo.
So, what have you
Judo. P.S. It wasn't as good as ours.
Well, see, her DVD
DVDs.
at least is a health DVD. Mine is actually a stand-up show. But nonetheless, right, still wasn't as good. Her DVD, buff.
You have an amazing body.
Michael.
No, you do. My wife bought your DVD. It works out to your
Great.
DVD.
Good.
It's amazing. I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, just one more month, and that's what I'll get at home.
So your wife has bought a DVD.
Because she had a baby.
Your
and
wife
she
had a
got
baby,
into
yeah.
shape, and she does Davina's DVD.
Yeah, but it won't happen because I've been working out for about a year. Nothing, no change.
OK.
We got judo.
You got judo. OK, what have you gone for?
Judo.
OK, I can tell you you're right, but telling you isn't enough. Have a little look. The other fella wasn't really trying, was he?
No, absolutely no trying at all. He's the what is he? He's something powerful.
Yeah.
He owns Russia or something.
He's something powerful.
Come on, it's been dragging on for ages, this thing. He's the president or the head of Russia, and
He's the captain of Russia.
He's the captain of Russia.
He's the chief.
And they used to be a superpower, but now
top
they've just
cat.
got one guy who does judo. We could so take them.
OK, all right. I asked you how former Serbian leader Radovan Karadzic was evaded capture for 12 years.
Oh, yes.
I've pronounced his name differently every time I've said it so far. Radovan Karadzic.
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 Radovan Karadzic. I asked you how Radovan Karadzic did...
Ditch. Ditch. Like as in dead in a ditch. Ditch.
I asked you how Serbian leader Radovan dead in a ditch. They did capture. He was dead in a ditch, by the way. For 12 years. What have you got? What have you gone for, Dara?
He was an alternative health therapist.
OK, you've gone for...
OK, well, this is Sean's answer.
This is absolutely true. He was known as the Butcher of Belgrade. He changed the sign outside his shop and became the Baker of Belgrade. And nobody knew the difference. He said, no, he's moved. I now do baking.
The worst thing about this is that I said to Sean, is that true?
Yeah. And he says, he goes, I've just put in the curds in the oven, lemon curds.
That is a fine curds joke. You won't get that anywhere else. I mean... It is a joke about a genocide, so maybe a little bit.
Except, I'm sorry, the wrong genocide. The Kurds were in Iran.
Oh,
Dara, they weren't in Serbia, unless they got really lost, the Kurds, and then wandered into Serbia going, this is our new home.
Oh, shite.
It's Serbia.
It's also worth pointing out that Radovan Karadzic isn't the Butcher of Belgrade. That's Slobodan Milosevic.
Right.
That's another point worth making. But let's not get tied up with detail, Dara. Let's just enjoy Christmas fun.
Is he not? Oh.
No, different fella.
I feel so stupid now.
What did you put?
Alternative doctor?
Well, you got it absolutely right. Yes, indeed, he was an alternative character. OK. You saw Jon Snow reading a news story adapted from a much-loved pop song. What was the song? Who was the artist?
Well, I regret giving it away earlier. It's Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl.
And how do you sing it?
I don't sing it anymore.
You do?
I don't sing it. I refuse to sing it. I don't sing it. I kissed a girl and I like tit.
OK. Sean and James?
Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl.
Correct. Dara and Davina?
Katy Perry, I kissed a girl.
Well, you all got that right. OK, another bonus round now. One of the highlights of the year was, of course, the Olympic Games in Beijing. British athletes brought home 47 medals, but let's be honest, only 19 of them were gold. And now here to ask our panel another question. Please welcome Christine Ahuragu and James DeGale. You're all dressed up. You've won your medals. Come in here. Well, congratulations. Well done before we even start. Now, you won the 400 metres.
I did.
Are you going to be in 2012?
Yeah, I hope so.
Do you think if you train hard, you might be able to get up to 800 metres?
I'm not going to train.
Well, you could not that much further.
It's a whole lap.
It's a whole other lap. You don't think you can make it?
No.
You should train a bit more.
You think so?
You've got years. Just go around again, it's fine. You probably get paid double for that. I don't know much about it.
No, you don't.
No. Well, you do.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's properly like a big sweet.
Brilliant.
Very exciting. And now you won the boxing.
Gold. Yeah. I won the boxing gold. It's fantastic. Olympic gold medal.
I won the boxing gold.
Yes.
No big thing.
Have you two been walking around like that since the Olympics?
You seem like they're constantly in,
I'm sorry, but that is just a little bit arrogant.
I'm sorry, Michael, what's that around his neck? Also, don't ever go at him, he's a boxer.
It's for boxing. That gold medal's for boxing.
Six months ago.
James, could you punch a man's head off?
I doubt it. Not off.
Not off? Well, let's have a look and see.
And don't hurt me, DeGale.
OK. Now, you've got a question for these panellists.
We have.
Make it difficult for them. They were rude.
You saw the phenomenal Usain Bolt smashing the world record. More amazing when you consider what he ate to prepare for the race. What did he say he'd had for breakfast the morning before?
No, no one's going to whisper to you. Oh. These are professional sports people. They can't be bribed. Are you looking forward to 2012? Because if I'm honest, I don't know how the audience feel or how the panel feel, but if I trained for the Olympics, I'd be chuffed to go to China. I think that's a brilliant one. If I trained for 4 years and they went, yeah, you're going to the East End of London, I'd go, oh, you get the bus there. I've got a travel card. This is nothing. Are you a bit annoyed?
A little bit, but I've took a different road, Jimmy.
Yeah, you've gone professional, haven't you?
I've gone professional now.
Who are you going to fight now? He's gone professional. You've signed with Frank Warren, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What weight?
Middleweight, super middleweight, so...
Yeah, fierce.
When have you got your first fight, do you know?
February.
February.
Sorry, Feb what?
February.
Say February. How do you say
February?
Yeah, February. Yeah, no one argues with him, Michael.
I know, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this. You missed the beginning when I was talking about February. It's nothing personal, please don't hurt me.
This is like being back at school going, oh, please don't hurt me.
Okay, so I have yet to turn professional.
Who are you fighting in February?
I don't know yet. I won't know until...
Oh, I hope it's not Michael.
They reveal it. Does he come on like in a cape thing? And then you just go, shh, and you...
It's going to be amazing. I hope it's in the UK.
Yeah,
Well, good luck.
It will be. Thank you, Jim.
Let's see if you got the question right. The question was, what did Usain Bolt have for breakfast? OK, what have you got? What have you gone for, Dara and Davina?
Yeah, for chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, right. Sean and James, you've gone for?
Chicken nuggets.
James knew that.
OK, and you've gone for Michael and Claudia. What have you gone for?
Breakfast.
You wrote breakfast down.
Yes! You have breakfast for breakfast. What do you have for breakfast? When do you wake up in the morning? Breakfast.
James hit him.
Chicken nuggets.
So you two got it right. OK, let's check the score. So Dara and Davina have 24 points. Sean and James have 20 points. In last place, Michael and Claudia, hang your heads in shame, 19 points. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in thanking Christine and James. Thank you very much indeed. Time for another break now. If you've been sat in the same chair since Christmas Eve, why move now? Have another quality street. Just not coffee cream. You're not an animal. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the big fat quiz of the year. As September turned to October, there were a lot of worries about climate change, or as it's otherwise known, autumn. The Beckhams' British housekeepers were accused of selling their stuff on eBay. What I want to know is, who's going to buy Posh's clothes on eBay? How many famine victims do you know with PayPal accounts? Yeah. Go, girl. Jonathan Ross and Russell Brand's prank calls to Andrew Sachs caused controversy. There were so many complaints, the Daily Mail had to hire a bigger bandwagon. I can't believe the Daily Mail was so supportive of Manuel. They're normally so anti-immigrant workers. After he apologised, there were allegations Russell Brand had gone soft for a record-breaking 2 minutes, but then he was good to go again. George Michael was arrested in a public lavatory again. Poor old George. He was left with egg on his face. At least I think it was egg. Oh, George. OK, let's see how much you knew about September and October. Right, first question. Madonna and Guy Ritchie separated in October. It was widely reported that Guy had described making love to his wife as being like blanking up to a piece of blank.
No, it's not.
OK, for our next question, it's over to our resident science correspondent, Dr. Alan Carr. Have a look.
Hi, Jimmy. As you all know, in September this year, they turned on the Large Hadron Collider. You know, the huge particle accelerator on the Franco-Swiss border. But can you tell me what they were looking for?
That's our science correspondent, my brother, Alan Carr. God love him and save him. OK, our next question is a say what you see question. Here's an example for you.
Say what you see.
Say what you see. So what do you see there? Claudia Winkleman. Claudia Winkleman, which is actually how Claudia writes her name.
I do. That's my signature. Imagine.
She just
Oh,
does
God,
little
that's brilliant.
OK, now you've got to get this one. Here's your question that easily impressed Davina.
So good.
OK, this is the news story.
Oh, God, I love it.
OK, what's the news story? Don't shout out. You've got to be quiet, otherwise the other teams will get it. OK, you all got something? Next one. OK, do they get bonus points for laughing like a monkey? No, OK. Sorry, Claudia. OK, next one. What circumstances led Emily Maitlis to saying the following on Newsnight?
I'm now so old, my pussy is haunted.
I can give you a clue that the answer is not her pussy is so old it's haunted. OK, just why did you write that, OK? You all got something?
Yeah.
OK, let's go straight to the answers, OK? I asked you, Guy Ritchie reportedly made a comment about what it was like to make love to Madonna. He said it was like blanking up to a piece of blank. What have you gone for, Dara and Davina?
Cuddling up to a piece of wood.
Cuddling up to a piece of wood. It's good. It's good, but it's not right.
OK.
OK, what have you gone for?
We went for cuddling up to a piece of E.T. We just tried to put ourselves in the mindset of Guy and imagine what it might feel like, and that's what we came up with, Jimmy.
We did have Frozen Whippet.
But then we thought, actually, she's a bit more like E.T. But only a bit of E.T.
She's very lean, isn't she? She can really imagine...
Cuddling up to a bit of E.T.
OK, what did you go for, Michael and Claudia?
The arm and the finger.
We went for cuddling up to a piece of gristle. And we're quite confident that that's the correct answer.
That is the correct answer.
We're back, Claudia.
It's worth saying that was a reported speech in all the papers, but we don't know whether he said that.
No.
It's worth saying that for legal reasons, of course.
Do you know that you said say what you see and it's good but it's not right just then?
Yes.
You're turning into Roy Walker. You're aware.
Excellent. OK, so our resident science correspondent, Alan Carr, Dr Alan Carr, asked you what they were looking for in CERN with the Large Hadron Collider. What did you go with?
It's the Higgs boson.
OK, so you've gone for the Higgs boson. You've gone for Dara.
It's the Higgs boson.
But that wasn't the question.
Dara, you were.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Come on, you did physics. Come on, explain to us what's going on. You love it.
Yeah, I don't love it. Like I'm a slut. Yeah, talk to me dirty. Yeah. Oh, do those equations, bitch. That's
This is exactly what you're like for this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, more and more. Differentiation, please. The Higgs boson is a very small matter-giving particle that may exist.
Oh, sorry, it's small.
It's
Thanks.
exceptionally small.
Oh, no, I got what you meant there. Yeah.
No, tinier than that. No, that's too far. OK, so... so what they had to do is they have to speed things up like whatever, get them to smash off each other and see if they can see the residue of a thing called the Higgs boson.
Isn't he clever?
He is very clever. He knows a lot of stuff. He's clever in the head.
I'm so proud.
OK. Michael and Claudia, what did you go
to
for?
my chosen subject and you see how I...
What is that?
Sheds. I'll talk to you about sheds. I'll blow your fucking mind.
Michael and Claudia, what did you go for?
Trying to recreate the Big Bang.
No. I'm afraid I can't give you that.
All I remember is that the Evening Standard thing, when you buy it, had a thing that said the world did not end.
Yeah.
Which is good news.
If you're reading this paper, the world has not ended.
I just think they should have that news every day. Keep it positive.
Let's just check in with our science correspondent just to clarify.
They were looking for the elusive Higgs boson, but I'll accept trying to find out whether the Higgs mechanism for generating elementary particle masses in the Standard Model is indeed realised in nature.
Lovely Alan there. He's right, you know. He's right. Of course he's right, yes. OK. We had a say what you see question. OK.
It's my favourite.
Yeah, I think
OK,
we
it was
did
your
well
favourite.
on this.
OK, now, well, let's have a look at it. What did you all get?
OJ jailed for robbery.
OK.
OJ Simpson, sorry,
Yes.
jailed for robbery.
Why have you not written Simpson?
Because
That's weird.
he wrote it and he got excited.
So you've missed out
Gets
Simpson.
excited. You can't punish a guy for getting excited.
Well, you can punish him for not getting the answer right, though, can't you?
Yeah, but early on they didn't get the answer right with the movie thing. And you gave them the point.
Sean, it's no
That's
good.
not what
I
you
messed
did
up.
at the movie.
We didn't. You don't think a glass of orange juice, Jimmy? You don't think we're stupid enough to say a glass of orange juice stole some stuff and they actually jailed it?
I think James
We're
was...
idiots. Do we look? Are we dribbling all over the place? Have I wet myself in this show? Do we look like complete and utter lunatics? Have we lost all connection with our cerebral cortex? Why would we write that a glass of orange juice is being put in jail? Everyone put the thing in jail in the first place where it could commit a robbery. It's a glass of orange juice. Someone drunk it can't do bad things. So it's me meant to put Simpson.
No, OK. Dara and Davina, what have you gone for?
It's O.J. Simpson, jailed for robbery.
OK, you've gone for Michael? And
It was amazing. It just came to us. We struggled for ages going Juice, Homer, bars for Bryden plant. And then right to the last second, I thought we were going to be the only one who got it. Because I thought we were brilliant. We wrote it down like, yes, we're back. And everyone got it.
I think you will get a point for that. That's
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Yeah.
Appreciate that, Jim.
That's all right, I think.
Thank you, Mr. Carr.
Thanks, Dad.
All right,
Very
boys.
fair man, Mr. Carr.
OK. I showed you a clip of... Fucking do that again.
Sorry, Sean, it's my fault.
I showed you a clip of Emily Maitlis, sexy, saying, "I'm so old, my pussy is haunted." Why did she say it? What have you gone for, Sean and James?
Complaints, because Brand and Ross make calls.
Because the complaints you've gone for, Michael and Claudia?
To make a point regarding Mock the Week and Frankie Boyle, she said that. Why would anyone be grumpy? Da, 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 da. She didn't actually use those words, but you understand what I'm saying.
We get the idea. Dara O'Briain, Davina McCall.
Frankie Boyle made a joke that from a repeat episode of Mock the Week that was run during the hoo-ha, the furore about Brand and Ross, and it got picked on by the Daily Mail as being disgraceful.
I don't think this is very fair. Dara is the host of that show.
Yeah, that...
Why don't you just ask some questions from around my house?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did my mum say yesterday when she called? Oh, yes.
Well, the next question was going to be, what are your children's names?
To be fair, you got it right. You did get a question about the Passé Dobley on the dancing show.
Yeah, you did have a Strictly Come Dancing question. I think the only people...
Also, your mum wouldn't have phoned up and said, "Michael, my pussy is so old, it's haunted." No, she wants a nice Christmas present.
Dara, what did you make of the whole thing as the host of the show?
I thought it was ridiculous. I thought they were looking for anything to keep that fire, that story burning, and they went for any ridiculous, out-of-context joke they could do. It was funny to see Emily Maitlis delivering it to no laughter, in a really kind of superior way, but it was ludicrous. And it was the point at which I think everyone went, enough with this. This is a stupid scandal, you know? Thank you. I got no...
And of course, we love the Frankie Boyle. That's what he does.
Well, you gotta love the Frankie Boyle, although he is a dangerously dark and ill man. But nonetheless,
that's why I love him.
Yeah.
OK, time now for another bonus round. This one focuses on the best internet clips of 2008, excluding porn, which really narrowed it down. For our first question, it's over to Sarah Silverman.
Hi, Jimmy. Oh, my God. Jim. It's Sarah Silverman. I won an Emmy this year for a song in which I confessed making sweet, sweet love to which A-list star?
I love her.
OK, I can tell you it is not Jon Snow.
Good roll
for
Owen to M.
Come on.
Loving away.
Love it.
OK, let's have a look and see what you got. Dara and Davina?
Matt Damon.
You go on with Matt Damon. Sean and James?
Matt Damon.
OK, Michael and Claudia?
Brad Pitt. Kidding.
OK, our next question. Rick Astley had a resurgence this year after millions of people tricked each other into watching his 1987 hit Never Gonna Give You Up online. But what did this phenomenon come to be known as? It must be horrible for your ego when people have to trick other people into watching your video.
Know the rules, and so do I.
That's a guilty. No! It was
Can you do... Come on, Michael, can you do Rick Astley?
Never gonna give, never gonna give.
It's not bad.
You're like a chameleon.
You know the rules.
You have his hair.
You do.
You have his hair. You have
my
Rick Astley hair.
Fuck you, O'Briain. Astley, you nicked my hair.
Do that thing with his... Do that head thing that you used to do.
Never gonna give, never gonna give.
Yeah.
You know the rules.
So, I can't...
You all got something? Let's have a look. You've gone for Dara and Davina?
You've gone for Rick Rolling.
Rick Rolling, you've gone for?
We've gone for Rick Rolling.
OK, and you've gone for?
Astley something, aye.
No, I can tell you the answer is Rick Rolling. Let's have a little look. Let's treat ourselves.
Never gonna give, never gonna give.
There was no trick to it, really. How do they trick people?
Well, they basically send people an email with a little message going, oh, click on this. Yeah, you click on this. It's a very interesting thing to do at work. And then you'd be sat there watching that.
And you were watching that, waiting for something to happen, and then nothing did. But then in the end, you went, actually, such a huge tune anyway, I don't mind.
You don't... I mean, if I get sent anything, I just delete it. It could be like a donkey
you are confusing yourself with normal people, Sean.
Yes.
Normal people who want to embrace the good in life. You look at everything and go, it's shit. Your first instinct on anything is it's shit. Kids at school, shit. Everything's shit.
Only when they're shit. You show me a good kid acting, and I'll say, you've got a chance.
How do you know that link isn't a good kid acting? You'll never know unless you try. OK?
No, all I'm saying is, aren't people suspicious of stuff that's sent to them? Why didn't they delete it?
Well, not when it's from your dad.
OK, next question. OK. Former England manager Steve McClaren became an unlikely YouTube star this year for an interview he conducted with a Dutch TV channel about his new team, FC Twente. Why was the video so popular?
Did he get shot in the face?
Oh.
Yes, that is it. He was shot in the face. It's on our virals round because he didn't make the proper news, just a funny little clip. OK, let's have a look and see what you got.
His terrible Dutch accent. He did.
OK, Sean and James?
He had adopted a Dutch accent.
OK, Michael and Claudia?
Put on a Dutch accent. Get
Let's
off.
have a look. Let's see. Isha, how you say mental? He's forgotten where he's from.
He's not. He hasn't forgotten where he's from. He's forgotten nothing. He's just a dick. What would have happened was, he'd have said to, oh, I've got to do this interview, and they'd have thought, well, yeah, even if they show it in England, you can't be derided more than you already have, so it'd be fine. And then he does that. So.
Is he not just doing English person abroad stuff? Hello, where is the shop? I am looking for the train station.
If he was doing classic English person abroad, that would all be delivered about 10 decibels louder. He'd be shouting it at them quite aggressively and throwing patio furniture across a piazza. It's what we do best. Who got it right? Everyone got it right. Of course, everyone got that right. Marvellous. OK, let's have a look at the scores at the end of that. OK, I can tell you, at the back of the field, Michael and Claudia, 24 points.
Not bad.
You're in last place, though. Sean and James have 26 points. Out in the front, Dara and Davina, 30 points. And so September and October, like Kerry Katona after a morning TV appearance, have been firmly put to bed. So join us after the break when we'll be finding out who'll be crowned the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2008 champions. Welcome back to the final part of the Big Fat Quiz of the Year, November and December. After some financial ups and downs, mainly downs, everyone was hoping that 2008 would end with a big bang, with the possible exception of Barack Obama, who won the US presidential election in some style. Somali pirates hijacked a Saudi Arabian oil tanker. What I don't understand is, if the tanker's from Saudi and the pirates are Somalian, why does everyone in my head have a West Country accent? It'd be a mystery. Michael Jackson settled a financial dispute with a Saudi prince out of court. Whatever happened to Michael Jackson? He's a pale imitation of the man he used to be. Jeremy Clarkson got into trouble for suggesting all lorry drivers murder prostitutes. To be fair, there was fault on both sides. Clarkson shouldn't have made that joke, and lorry drivers shouldn't murder prostitutes. And so for the final part of our quiz. OK, Barack Obama made various election promises before winning the US presidential election. But what unusual election promise did he make to his family?
He's going to paint the White House pink. Unicorns on the lawn for his kids.
Do you know the answer?
Yeah, that's it.
OK, next question. OK. Lewis Hamilton, of course, won the 2008 Formula One World Championship. He's a national treasure, God love him. An incredible achievement. But what put him into the record books?
He's the fastest tax dodger in the world.
OK, all right. Our next question is asked by a very cranky man, Sir Alan Sugar.
Can you tell me what links Kerry Katona and the recent financial crisis in the UK?
Yes, no hellos. How are you? Just straight in there.
At least he didn't try and sack you, Jimmy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's something.
You're brilliant.
OK, write down the answers, quick. What information was leaked on the internet that 12,000 people would rather have kept secret?
Oh.
I see Claudia was on the list.
Sorry, that looks like a W. I'm very confident about this final round.
I'm not.
I think we could make a comeback.
Quite possibly.
Even though we're underdogs.
Is that Steve McLaren or Sean Connery or a heady mix of the two?
I think we got all those four right, baby.
OK,
I'm gunning for second. I don't even want to win this. Dara's unassailable, but I'll be happy to be in second place.
You are pretty competitive over there. I think you're quite happy to be in the lead, aren't you, Dara?
We're just having fun. We're just answering a few busy questions, having a laugh. And if we win, good, in your fucking face. But
Davina, you look so proud of Dara. Are we so clever?
I am. He's very clever.
He is, yeah. OK. Ready for some answers? OK, what did Barack Obama promise his family if he got elected?
I got this.
OK.
This is Davina's answer?
A puppy.
A puppy.
The kid's a puppy, yeah.
Of course. You've gone for...
Get a puppy.
And you've gone for...
They could get a dog, in brackets, woof, just in case anybody didn't know what a dog said.
Thanks for that, Claudia. You're always adding value.
Come on.
That is the correct answer. You all got that, obviously. OK, well done. But it's such a sweet thing for him to do, isn't it? That was the best news of the year, as far as I was concerned. Barack Obama won the election.
Yeah, not the puppy bit. That was like...
No, the puppy wasn't the best bit.
That wasn't the best news. The best news was him winning, yeah.
He was described in a very odd way on the news, though. He was described as being a cross between Martin Luther King and JFK. I was watching it thinking, yeah, we get it, he's going to get shot. You might as well call him the new Jill Danda. OK. Lewis Hamilton, I asked you, why was he in the record books? Dara?
We've gone for the youngest world champion.
OK, that's good. You've gone for...
The youngest and first black F1 champion.
Right.
Youngest and first black... OK, and you've gone for Michael and Claudia?
We're not interested in his age. We've gone straight to the first black man to win the World Championship.
That's not what we were looking for. We were looking for the youngest. He was 23 years of age. The amazing thing, really, is that he got insurance on that car.
I tried to get my car insured and he said, have you had any modifications made to your vehicle? And as a joke, I said, I've pimped my ride. And after a long pause, the girl went, I just need to get my supervisor.
Did you find... When you got insurance, did they ask you what you did for a living and you said you're a comedian?
Don't make me say this.
Why?
Why?
Because I'm not. You all know I'm a writer.
Did you say you were... Because when
Don't
I rang
put
up
this
for
out.
my...
You know I'm a writer.
Have you said... Have you
my
lied on
main
your
job
insurance?
is writing at
Have
home.
you lied on your insurance, Michael?
My main job is writing at home. You know I write at home, Jimmy. You know I have a garage.
I cannot believe this, Michael. You're fiddling. You're a successful comedian.
It's right-hand drive.
You've got a best-selling DVD in the charts.
You know I'm a writer.
You're going to jail.
Garage writing process.
You know it's had no modifications.
The only thing I was going to say is when I phoned up and told them I was a comedian, the amount they charged me, I think they're getting comedian confused with clown. And they think every time I stop the car, the doors fall off and the engine explodes in glitter. But you actually are fiddling the damn thing.
I'm not fiddling with anything. And I have an underground guarded garage.
Best way around it, Jimmy. Do what I do. I don't have any insurance. I can't get it.
They cannot touch you, but that is a genius. OK.
They can't touch you. All right. You get pissed as well. Doesn't matter.
OK. So Alan Sugar asked you what links Kerry Katona to the Credit Crunch. What have you got?
Iceland.
Iceland.
Let's have a look and see what Sir Alan says. Come on, Grumpy.
That's right, Jimmy. Iceland.
Oh, he had a little smile there. Well done him. Yes, Iceland, of course.
Yeah, because someone walked past with, like, a £1 note or something.
All right, what was the... Oh, the last one, OK. What information was leaked on the internet that affected 12,000 people? You've gone for Dara and Davina?
We've gone for their BNP membership list.
OK, Sean and James?
I've gone for the BNP, or it's also known as Jim Davidson's Christmas card list.
OK, Michael and Claudia?
BNP.
You are all absolutely right. You all got a point.
I'm sorry, it turns out we did the worst thing.
OK, heads down, everyone. It's your last chance to get some points in our And Finally round. OK, here we go. I want you to listen to this sound and tell me what is it. I can give you a clue. I can give you a clue. It is not the Queen's haunted vagina.
I don't know it then. I thought I knew it.
What did you all think? Let's have a look.
Oh!
It's the...
Well, should we go to Michael and Claudia first? OK, what have you got, Michael and Claudia?
This was you. She went, oh, I know it. I was going to just do something that was...
But do you know what, Claudia? I know exactly what you mean.
What does it say?
I know what you mean. I've seen it on the internet.
What have you gone for?
Amy Winehouse singing to mice. She did. That sounded
She did.
exactly like her.
She did.
She did do a video where she sang to mice, but
With
that wasn't it, I'm
Pete
afraid.
I think it was, though. I could hear
Well,
it with Valerie.
it all wasn't, though, so... Sean and James, what have you gone for?
It's the earliest ever sound recording. They reckon it's a French thing. They found it about... It was recorded 15, 20 years before Edison's first sound recording equipment.
How would you know that?
Because it was all over the news. It was played Radio 4. Do you ever listen to Radio 4?
No, I don't like the news. I like weather and travel.
You have to listen to the news before it starts, don't you? Before they get to the weather and travel.
No, my wife calls me. She goes, "It's finished!" And then I go, "Oh, weather and travel."
OK, Dara and Davina, you've gone for?
It's the oldest ever vocal recording. It's of Claire de la Lune. Yeah, it's like 1863 or something.
Oh, Claire de la... Oh, very
You're
posh.
so nonchalant in your braininess. Like, oh, I think it's 1863 or something. You know it's 1863.
OK, well, look,
my wife calls me...
If you'd listened to the news...
I think it might be this exact time.
Michael, if you had listened to the news, you would have heard this. This is what happened on Radio 4 after they played that.
The award-winning screenwriter Abbie Mann has died at the age of 80. He won an Academy Award in 1961 for Judgment at Nuremberg. Abbie Mann also won several Emmys, including one in 1973 for a film which featured a police...
She got the giggles.
A police detective called... the character on whom a long-running TV series was eventually based.
It's 10 minutes past 8.
Oh, my God! Brilliant. So good!
The giggles.
And so, well, they played in that sound, and then she was reading the obituary of this poor guy, and she just couldn't contain herself, the poor love.
Oh, my God.
And just giggled all the way through. Yeah, he's dead. He wanted enough. Oh, bless her, though. OK, next question. Can you tell me what's special about this sportsman?
Oh, he's the smallest muscle.
OK, let's have a look and see what you got. Dara and Davina, out in the lead. What have you gone for?
In the answer to the question, can you tell us? No, we can't be asked. This check.
OK, what have you gone for?
Good-looking bloke.
World's smallest pole vaulter. And he is. And don't tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah,
because we
it's true.
really need a point.
OK, Michael and Claudia, you've gone for...
I know. I've seen this man.
Yeah.
He is the smallest bodybuilder.
OK, well, let's have a look. Well, you are absolutely right. He's the world's smallest bodybuilder. Or the other man is a giant.
Oh, you know what I'd like to see? In February, when James comes out, the boxer, the gold medalist, and he said he didn't know he was fighting, he comes out, he's fighting him. I'd love that. I would love that to be a fight. Gold medalist against him.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I bet he'd win.
And also, to make it fair, he's allowed to have a jetpack. He can just come at him from loads of angles like a fly. His friend's a bit camp, isn't he?
Final question of the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2008.
Oh,
OK.
God.
August saw the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian King's Guard, Niels Olaf, being knighted in Edinburgh. What was unusual about the ceremony? OK?
Just one more time.
OK, so August saw the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian King's Guard, Niels Olaf, being knighted in Edinburgh. What was unusual about the ceremony? OK. All right, what have you all got? You've gone for Dara.
He was a fucking penguin.
That is exactly what I've got on the card. He was a fucking penguin. Who knew? Sean, James, you've gone for?
He's a penguin.
He's a penguin, and you've gone for?
King penguin. I'm just saying, that might be worth an extra point.
Fact.
Yeah, fact. King. A king, which is the largest of all the penguins. My son did a penguin project. Ask me anything.
What's the average weight of a king penguin?
They can stay underwater for up to 12 minutes.
Very good answer.
Well, now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's have a look at the final scores. OK, in third place, Michael and Claudia with 29 points. I don't even know why you bothered. A round of applause for our losers. OK, in second place, pretty close, Sean Locke, James Corden in second place. Yay! But our winners of the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2008 trophy, it's Dara and Davina with 36 points. There you have it, look at that. Can't believe you're up. Congratulations, well done.
Thanks.
Well done, Dara. So that's it from the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2008. A big thank you to all our panellists and our special guest. I've been Jimmy Carr. This has been the Big Fat Quiz. See you next year. Good night.